All right, let's talk about two words you've definitely thrown around, whether you're a student, a teacher, or just kind of curious about how education is built. Curriculum and syllabus. Now, they sound pretty similar, right? But one is the entire journey, and the other, that's the map. So today, we're going to crack the code on these two fundamental ideas.
So what is the real difference anyway? You know, it's a question that trips up a lot of people, and for good reason. Just think of it like this. One is the grand plan for your entire educational adventure, while the other is the detailed itinerary for just one stop along the way. By the end of this, I promise the difference is going to be crystal clear.
Okay, so let's start with the big one, the 30,000-foot view. We're talking about the curriculum. This is the bedrock, the foundation that sets the entire stage for learning. It's all about the why and the what of education.
And you know what's cool? The origin of the word itself gives us a massive clue. Curriculum actually comes from the Latin word for a race course. So picture this, your entire education is the race, and the curriculum is the whole track you've got to run, from the starting line all the way to the finish. It's not just a single lap, it's the whole shebang.
This classic definition from back in the 50s really nails it. A curriculum isn't just a boring list of subjects. No, it's everything. Every single learning experience a school plans to help students grow. We're talking math class, science labs, school assemblies, field trips, all of it. It's the total planned experience.
So, if the curriculum is the giant race course, then what in the world is a syllabus? Well, let's zoom in. We're going from that big picture down to the nitty-gritty document that guides us through one specific section of the track. This is all about the how and the when.
And again, the word itself tells a story. Syllabus comes from Greek, and it basically means a table of contents. And honestly, that's the perfect way to think about it. If the curriculum is this huge library of knowledge, the syllabus is just the table of contents for one single book in that library, guiding you through that one specific topic.
In any class, this document is your absolute best friend. Seriously, it tells both the teacher and you, the student, exactly what to expect. What topics are we going to cover? What are the big assignments? How is my grade calculated? It's the roadmap for this one particular course.
So, what's in this roadmap? Well, a really good syllabus lays out the whole plan. The thinking behind the course, its main goals, the specific stuff you'll be studying, the activities you'll do to learn it, and, super important, how all your hard work is going to be measured. It's the complete game plan for a single subject.
Okay, so we've defined both of them. Now, to really make it stick, let's put them side by side. It's time for the head-to-head comparison to break down those key differences once and for all.
Now, before we dive into a full chart, this right here is probably the most important distinction of all. A curriculum is prescriptive. It's a grand vision. It lays out what ought to happen, in a perfect world. But a syllabus, that's descriptive. It tells you exactly what will happen, right here in this specific class. One is the ideal, the other is the reality.
Let's dig into this a little more. When we talk about scope, the curriculum is super wide, right? It covers an entire program of study. The syllabus, on the other hand, is narrow. It's just for one subject. And who makes them? Well, the curriculum is usually set by the government or the school administration, the big decision makers. But the syllabus, that's often designed by the teacher or an exam board. And finally, the timeline. A curriculum spans the entire course, which could be years, while a syllabus is just for a semester or a single school year.
Now, just when you think you've got it all figured out, there's a bit of a twist. Because that official, written-down curriculum, it's not the only one shaping a student's experience. Let's peel back another layer and explore the other, less obvious curriculums that are always at play.
That's right. The official documents are really just the tip of the iceberg. What's written down is only part of the story. The actual learning experience, the stuff that really shapes who a student becomes, is so much more complex. And a lot of it happens just beneath the surface.
There are a bunch of ways to slice this, but we can break it down into four main types that are all happening at the same time. You've got the official curriculum, the co-curriculum, the really interesting hidden curriculum, and finally, the attained curriculum.
First up, the official curriculum. This is the one we already know pretty well. It's the formal, government-approved plan, the official blueprint of what every student is expected to learn.
Then there's the co-curriculum. Think of all the structured learning that happens outside the classroom, but is still totally part of the school's mission. We're talking about the debate club, the school play, the soccer team. These are the places where you learn invaluable skills like teamwork, leadership, and public speaking.
And this brings us to the most fascinating one of all, the hidden curriculum.
These are the unwritten rules, the unspoken lessons. It's everything you learn about things like authority, competition, and social status, not from a textbook, but just by being part of the school culture. It's taught in how teachers talk to students, how the day is structured, what kind of behavior gets rewarded. It is incredibly powerful.
So, okay, why does any of this matter? Why do all these definitions and distinctions make a difference? Well, because understanding them helps you make sense of your own educational journey, or maybe the journey of your kids. It gives you the language to see the whole, complete picture.
So let's bring it all back together with our analogies. If the curriculum is the entire race course and the syllabus for your class is the detailed roadmap for each lap, then the hidden curriculum, well, that teaches you the unwritten rules of the road. It shows you how to take the corners, when to push ahead, and how to navigate the other racers. It's the secret strategy that determines if you just finish the race or if you actually win it.
And that leaves me with one last thing for you to think about. Go back in your mind to your own time in school. Forget the history dates and the math formulas for a second. What was the most important, unwritten lesson you ever learned? What did your school's hidden curriculum teach you? It's a pretty powerful question. Thanks for tuning in.